About Kane's future. Reports coming out this week stronger than ever, Mark, about the future of Harry Kane. You've been in a sort of similar-ish position during your first spell at Manchester United. I think you got 17 league goals. And then the next season, you were there at Barcelona, another giant of the game. What do you reckon is going to happen here with Harry Kane? Do you think he's going to move on? Who can actually afford him? And who would want to pay 150 million when you could pay the same for Erling Haaland, who's, what, 7 years younger?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of talk about Harry's situation and whether that's led from the player himself, which I doubt. It could be from his representatives just putting the word out that if things don't improve at Tottenham, then maybe he might be persuaded to leave the club. But he's got a great affection for the club. He's been there a long time and had great success. But clearly, he's a boy. He sense he's got to that level in his career where he wants to win trophies on a regular basis. And he may feel that's not going to happen at Tottenham. So he may have to move to try and fulfill that next part of his career, that he wants to win the big trophies, Champions League, Premier League titles, and he may have to move elsewhere. It's difficult to really get an inkling. You're never quite sure whether or not it's coming from official sources, from the players' representatives, or it's just me just speculating and assuming that if Tottenham don't win a trophy or don't get in the Champions League, he's going to leave. I think it's too simplistic to think that. I think there are a lot of factors and a lot of things have to fall into place to even contemplate Harry Kane leaving Spurs, not least that he's contracted and Spurs, whenever they're in negotiations with other clubs, as I've known through my own experience, they always drive hard bargains. So whoever wants to come and speculate or try and take Harry Kane from Tottenham will have to work very, very hard to be able to do it.
What would your advice be to Harry Kane? I mean, if Manchester United was on the cards, do you reckon he would improve Manchester United?
I think if Harry Kane's on the market and Spurs are receptive to bids, then United will be in the frame for his services without a shadow of a doubt, because that's what they need at this given time. You look at the other options that he may have. The possibility is that they might not have an opening for him at this current time. Whereas, as we've already mentioned, if Cavani goes back to South America, there's a gaping hole in United's armoury, in my view. So there is a position there to be filled. So United becomes a real option, and you sense that they would really try and make it happen. But of the other options that he got, they may well not be closed by the time he comes and makes a decision. You look at Barcelona, is Messi leaving, is he staying? PSG, Neymar looks like he's going to stay now. So all these things and all these pieces need to be in the right order, and all the ducks, as they say, need to be in the same row for Harry Kane to leave Spurs at this time.
Yeah, it's a domino effect for different positions on the pitch. One leaves, another club buys, and then it allows everything to roll into place. Yeah. I mean, Gary, what about your perception on this?
Well, my feeling is that Harry Kane will be playing for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club next season, and I think there's a number of reasons why. One is that he still has 3 years, I believe it is, at the end of this season left on his contract. So arguably Tottenham have him. I don't think there's anybody particularly in the marketplace who would splash enough money for Daniel Levy to say, OK, you can have him. And I think the third aspect is, how do Tottenham replace Harry Kane if he were to go? You know, it's fine, you know, getting a load of money in, but how do you then replace that proven player at your club? You know, what was it, 7 seasons ago or thereabouts that, you know, everyone was talking about Harry Kane being a one-season wonder. Well, he's been a one-season wonder every season since, hasn't he? Because he's kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And he's got better and better at doing it, and he's developed his game, and he's become a more rounded player as well. So, you know, to answer your question as I did at the very beginning, in my opinion, Harry Kane will be a Spurs player next season.
Yeah, and since that time, he's gone on to become England captain as well. And let's learn from what happened before, when Gareth Bale was initially sold by Tottenham. Did they invest the money wisely? You could say yes, you could say no. I think only Lamela is remaining at the club from the funds they use there.